Hello everyone, and welcome back to Just Easy English podcast. I'm Connor, and I'm so happy you're here today. Whether you're listening at home, on the bus, or taking a walk, thank you for choosing to spend some time with us. Today's episode is perfect for practicing the simple past tense in English. We're going to hear about Nora's yesterday. That's right, everything happened in the past. I'm going to tell you all about what Nora did from morning until night, using the simple past tense. This is a great way to hear the simple past tense used naturally in context. Don't worry if you don't catch everything the first time. Just relax and listen to how we talk about past events in English. Before we start, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our new episodes every week. Now, get comfortable and let's get started. Nora started her day at 6 a.m. yesterday. Her alarm went off, and she reached over and turned it off quickly. She sat up slowly and rubbed her eyes. The first thing she did was open her curtains. She liked to let the natural light come into her room. Yesterday, the sky was clear, and the sun was just starting to rise. She smiled as she opened the window and felt the morning air on her face. It was fresh and cool. She took a deep breath and felt good. Then Nora walked to the kitchen. She boiled some water, poured it into her favorite mug, and squeezed half a lemon into it. The smell was so fresh and clean. She sat by the window and drank it slowly. This quiet moment was very important to her. It helped her feel calm and ready for the day. After she finished her lemonade, Nora put on her workout clothes. She liked to do some light exercise in the morning. Yesterday, she did some stretching and yoga. She rolled out her yoga mat in the living room and turned on some soft music. She stretched her arms above her head, bent forward, and breathed deeply. She held each position for a few seconds. Her body felt a bit stiff at first, but after a few minutes, she felt much more flexible and relaxed. After her exercise, Nora felt energized and ready to make breakfast. She went back to the kitchen and thought about what she wanted to eat. She decided to make scrambled eggs with toast and some fresh tomatoes. She loved a good, healthy breakfast. She cracked 2 eggs into a bowl and whisked them with a fork. Then she heated a small pan on the stove and added a little butter. While the eggs were cooking, she put 2 slices of bread in the toaster. She also washed and sliced a tomato. When everything was ready, she put it all on a plate and sat down at her kitchen table. She poured herself a cup of green tea. She didn't drink coffee very often. She ate slowly and enjoyed every bite. Breakfast was her favorite meal of the day because she was never in a hurry. She had time to think and plan. After breakfast, Nora washed her dishes and cleaned the kitchen. It only took a few minutes. and it made her feel organized. Then she went to the bathroom to get ready for work. She brushed her teeth, washed her face, and brushed her hair. She looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. Nora went to her bedroom and chose her clothes for the day. She picked a simple white blouse and dark blue pants. She liked to dress comfortably but professionally. She got dressed, put on a little bit of makeup, and grabbed her bag. She checked that she had everything she needed: her phone, her keys, her wallet, and her laptop. Yes, everything was there. It was 7:45 a.m. time to leave for work. She put on her shoes, locked the door behind her, and headed out. The morning air was still cool, and she felt ready for whatever the day would bring. Nora arrived at the office at 8:15 a.m. The building was modern and bright, and she liked working there. She took the elevator to the third floor and walked to her desk. She worked in marketing, so she spent a lot of time on her computer, creating content and planning campaigns. She said good morning to her colleagues as she passed by. Everyone was friendly there. She sat down at her desk and turned on her computer. She put her bag under her desk and placed her water bottle next to her keyboard. She liked to stay hydrated throughout the day. The first thing she did was check her schedule. She opened her calendar app and saw what meetings and tasks for the day. She had a team meeting at 10 a.m., a one-on-one discussion with her partner at 2 p.m. She made a quick to-do list in her notebook. She always wrote things down. It helped her stay organized and focused. At 10 a.m., Nora joined the team meeting. They met in a small conference room. There were 6 people that day. Her manager, Sarah, led the meeting. She talked about their goals for the month and asked everyone to share updates on their projects. Nora explained the strategy and showed some of the content she had created. Her colleagues gave her positive feedback, and Sarah said she was happy with her progress. The meeting lasted about 45 minutes. When it ended, Nora went back to her desk and continued working. She spent the rest of the morning writing a blog post for the company website. She enjoyed writing because she could be creative and share ideas. At 12:30 p.m., Nora's stomach started to rumble. It was time for lunch. She usually brought lunch from home, but yesterday she forgot. So she decided to go to the cafe downstairs with her colleague, Maria. Maria was friendly and easy to talk to. They often had lunch together. They took the elevator down to the ground floor and walked into the cafe. There was fresh bread, coffee, and soup. Nora looked at the menu on the wall and decided to order a chicken salad and a small bowl of tomato soup. Maria ordered a sandwich and a coffee. They paid at the counter and found a table by the window. Lunch lasted about 45 minutes. after they finished eating, they walked back upstairs together. Nora felt refreshed and ready to continue her afternoon tasks. A good lunch break always helped her feel more energized. Nora checked her email again. A few new messages had arrived while she was at lunch. She responded to them quickly. Then she looked at her to-do list. She still had some tasks to finish before the end of the day. At 2 p.m., she had a one-on-one meeting with her project partner, David. They met in a small meeting room to discuss their progress and plan the next steps. After her meeting with David, Nora spent the rest of the afternoon finishing her tasks. She finalized the blog post she had been writing earlier. She read it one more time, made a few small changes, and then saved it. At around 4 p.m., Nora took a short break. She stood up from her desk, stretched her arms and legs, and walked around the office for a few minutes. It was important to move her body, especially if she sat all day. She also grabbed a cup of tea from the small kitchen area. When she got back to her desk, she felt refreshed. She checked her calendar one more time. She didn't have any more meetings that day, so she could focus on finishing her work. She liked to leave her desk clean and organized at the end of the day. It made starting the next day much easier. At 5:30 p.m., Nora started to pack up her things. She turned off her computer, put her notebook in her bag, and said goodbye to her colleagues. She took the elevator down to the ground floor and walked out of the building. The air was warmer than it had been in the morning. She took a deep breath and smiled. It had been another good day at work. On her way home, Nora decided to stop by the supermarket. She needed to pick up a few things for dinner. The supermarket was just a 5-minute walk from her office, so it was very convenient. She grabbed a basket and walked through the aisles. She wanted to make a simple pasta dish with vegetables. She picked up a box of pasta, some cherry tomatoes, a zucchini, garlic, and fresh basil. She also grabbed a bottle of olive oil and a small block of Parmesan cheese. Everything looked fresh and delicious. At the checkout, she waited in line for a few minutes. The cashier was friendly and greeted her with a smile. She paid with her card, took her shopping bag, and left the store. The bag was a bit heavy, but it wasn't far to walk home. Nora arrived home at about 6:15 p.m. She unlocked the door, stepped inside, and immediately felt relaxed. She put her shopping bag on the kitchen counter and took off her shoes. That felt better. Now it was time to cook dinner. She washed her hands and started preparing the vegetables. She put a large pot of water on the stove to boil for the pasta. When the water started to boil, she added a pinch of salt and then the pasta. She stirred it gently and set a timer for 10 minutes. Nora served herself a big plate and sat down at the table. She took a bite. It was delicious. The pasta was perfectly cooked, and the vegetables were fresh and flavorful. She ate slowly and enjoyed every bite. Cooking for herself made her feel independent and proud. After dinner, she cleaned up the kitchen. She washed the dishes, wiped down the counter, and put everything back in its place. Now it was time for Nora to unwind. She changed into her comfortable pajamas. She made herself a cup of herbal tea and sat on the couch. She turned on the TV and watched a short episode of her favorite show. She didn't watch TV for too long, just 30 minutes. She preferred to spend her evenings doing calm, relaxing activities. At around 8:30 p.m., she turned off the TV and picked up her journal. Journaling was a habit she had kept for many years. Every evening, she wrote about her day. She wrote about what she did, how she felt, and what she was grateful for. She wrote about her productive day at work, her delicious dinner, and the beautiful weather. She also wrote down one thing she wanted to accomplish the next day. When she was done, she closed the journal and put it on her nightstand. It was 9 p.m., and Nora was starting to feel tired. She went to the bathroom, brushed her teeth, and washed her face. She looked at herself in the mirror and smiled. It had been a good day. She turned off all the lights in the apartment except for her bedside lamp. She climbed into bed, pulled the covers over her, and picked up a book. She liked to read for about 20 minutes before she went to sleep. After a few pages, her eyes started to feel heavy. She put the book down, turned off the lamp, and closed her eyes. She thought about the day and felt grateful for all the simple, beautiful moments. She took a deep breath and let herself drift off to sleep. And that was the end of Nora's day. I hope you enjoyed listening to how we talk about past events in English using the simple past tense. Remember, the simple past tense is one of the most important tenses in English. We use it to talk about finished actions in the past. The more you listen and practice, the more natural it will become. Thank you so much for joining us today on Just Easy English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends or anyone who is learning English. And if you'd like to keep learning, don't stop here. Check out the next episode for more slow and easy English practice. Keep practicing, keep listening, and I'll see you there.